Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just about to get started in the ball game, so I'm coming right back to the phone now. Okay, did you hear that? Okay, I've got it almost as loud as it's going to go from here. Okay, I'll just go ahead. You got ready for your tape ready to go? Okay, you just want me to do 3, 2, 1s before each when I come back from the breaks. Okay, there'll be not much of a pregame because we're getting ready to start. So just here we go, and I'll roll tape. Thanks. Okay, this is the start of the ball game for Christopher High School. On the count, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Christopher High School. My name is Glenn Berry, and we are broadcasting live. It's Bearcat football here on WFRX, and boy, do we have a good ball game for you tonight. It's the Bearcats versus the Carterville Lions. Should be a good ball game, and we're already just about underway. The clock is ticking away and getting ready to go with the first quarter. So let's pick up the play-by-play here as the Bearcats have the football on offense, and here they go. Up the middle is a handoff. It's about a 6-yard gain. And at this point, kind of hard for me to see. We'll wait and see. Yard gain, they're saying. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2. And we will run down over the starting lineups here coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, we will tell you that the Christopher Bearcats have a 2nd down and 2. A turn and a hand up the middle. And boys, it's stopped in the backfield. Good job of defensive coverage there for the Carterville Lions as they come inside. Week's Southern Illinoisan article. He was the player of the week for the Southern Illinois. That'll bring up 3rd down and 3 as Christopher starts off with the ball at about midfield. They turn around and hand it back to Bramblett. It is fumbled, and it's jumped on by Bramblett, and so Christopher, I believe, has the ball, but it'll be 4th down. 1 to go in the first period. There is no score. This is Christopher High School football. We're going to have to wait and see where they're going to mark it at. Going to mark it all the way back at the 15-yard line, it looks like, and Carterville will take over first down there. And they will bring out the quarterback, Brock Lovelace, along with Brian Betchel, and we've got wide receivers Dion Holt Phoenix, and also Seth Merritt and Mark Shasteen. First down for the Carterville Lions. Here's the snap. They're going to go down the field with a pass, and it is almost picked off. Nice try there by the Christopher High School defense. That goes Caleb Shapkoff, the reserve quarterback, and also the safety. He came by Caleb Shapkoff. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, 9:18 to go here in the first quarter. We're doing high school football here on this Friday night. A little bit of a warm Friday night, but nevertheless, we are having a football game and having a good. That helps out because that first pass play was incomplete. They didn't get any yardage out of that, so they did need some yards here, and they got them there with a penalty. Offsides on the Christopher Bearcats. 2nd down and 5. Here comes Carterville up to the line. Turn around, they hand it up the middle, and it is maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. We'll have to wait and see who's coming out of there. Loveless, the tailback. School football night. We got a little bit of rain in the area, but I think that's just about gone. So don't worry about the rain if you're headed out to Christopher High School. It'll be 3rd down, a little bit over 2 for the Carterville Lions. They turn, hand up the middle. It is Loveless, and it looks like they stopped him. I'm not sure. Christopher is holding up their hands, hollering, yeah, we stopped him, and I think they did. And now it's a fumble. That's what they're calling. They're talking about a fumble. The Christopher High School defense came up looking around and jumping up and down as though they just stopped the guy. They didn't act like they had done anything else but just stop him, and they started walking off the field casually. Suddenly, a couple of the Christopher defensive backs looked up and said, hey, wait a minute, we've got the ball. So they will get the ball. First down at the 25-yard line, and they are in Carterville territory, and a great opportunity here for the Christopher Bearcats to do some early damage here. Just a little over 8 minutes left. They roll to the right side, throws deep into the end zone, and it's overthrown. Good coverage there by the defense on the Carterville Lions. 13 to go. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 here in the first quarter. Okay, we finally got some things all lined out here, and I think we're going to start giving you a little more accurate play-by-play of what's happening here at the ball field. Not just he's got the ball and he's throwing it, and there he goes and he runs it. Let's go on with the play-by-play here. 2nd down and 10. Christopher with the school. Monty gives it up to Bramblett. Bramblett will run down to about, looks like about a 5-yard gain. 4 or 5 yard gain will start to go for a first down. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4 with 7:48 to go in the opening quarter. I'm Glenn Berry doing live high school football here on this Friday night. Monty has the handoff, turns around, hands it right up to, looks like Bramblett, but no.
And there's
nothing going up the middle that time, and so Carterville Lions. So it'll bring it down 4th down and 3. And it looks like already Christopher saying, we're going to go for this thing.
They are at about the 18. They have to get to the
18-yard line. They got to go about 3 more yards for the first down. They handle it. They handle it. I don't think he got the first down here. The officials come out and they say, hey, let's not even measure for that thing. They had to have that win, and they came up with that big win last week over Cesar Valle. And it was good to see them do that because they really needed to keep their title hopes alive. Here is Carterville with the ball, and they're going to try a pass play on first down, and they throw it over the middle, incomplete. And it looks like the wide receiver there was number 82, yards to go. 2nd and 10 for the Carterville Lions. Brock Lovelace, the quarterback. Ryan Lovelace, the flanker. They turn around, and we've got a flag everywhere, so we're going to stop the play right here with football. And we're trying to bring you the coverage right here on WFRX as we're getting things all lined out here and making sure we understand what's going on here. First time I've done a high school football game in Southern Illinois in my life. And for those of you listening into the first few minutes are saying, I hope it's the last one, but not the case. Now here goes a Brock Lovelace pass to the right side, but it is cut off immediately by the Christopher defense. So a good job defensively by Christopher. Check out the defense for Christopher as they try to defend a 3rd down and 11 play here. 3rd down, 11 yards to go. Neither team on offense has done very well yet, but it's early in the ball game. A couple of good ball teams here, scoreless ball game. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Lovelace takes the snap, drop back under heavy pressure, has to throw it away. And he just tried to get rid of that ball because it'll be first down after the punt. Coming up here in just a few minutes. 5:39 left to go in the first quarter. Bearcat football on WFRX. My name is Glenn Berry. It looks like we're getting ready for the punt. It is back. The kick is up. Not a bad punt, but it is fielded at about the 45-yard line. And Christopher will take the ball over at the 45-yard line. No sideline markers here, so I have to do a little counting in between. So let's go with the offense from the Christopher Bearcats. And stepping up is Monty, the quarterback of the Christopher Bearcats. Coming out of the wishbone, they turn and they hand up to Bramblett, who goes about 2 yards, and he's nailed maybe a yard. He had a touchdown run of 59 and 66 yards last week. He just was Mr. Everything last week for this Christopher High School Bearcat squad. But tonight, on this first play anyway, he has been stopped. 2nd and 9. Monty bends under center, takes a snap, pitches it to the left to Bramblett. Bramblett tries to turn the corner, but he's hit again by the Carterville Lions defense. Again, hit in the open field. Only about 2 yards picked up on that, and that might be a generous 2 yards. 3rd down and 7. Monty may have to go to the air to try to pick up something here on a first down. Here comes the snap. They turn. They fake the handoff. He throws it up over the middle. It is caught. What a catch by number 90, Steve Gilbert. Well, a 6'4" senior goes up and makes a fantastic one-handed catch with his back almost to the quarterback. I mean, he was running down the sidelines. He reaches up with one hand and grabs that pass. And what a catch by Gilbert. And that brings up a 1st down and 10. What a catch. Oh, you wish this was television to see something like that because that was a terrific catch. And with 3:45, Christopher has their first down of the ball game, and they are trying to go for their first score of the ball game. Monty bends under center, takes a snap, turns around, hands it off to Bramblett. Bramblett's being keyed on, but he breaks through and gets about 3 or 4 yards out of that. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but he just threw that defender down and kept on going. And, well, they're going to say that he picked up about 6 yards. So 2nd down and 4 yards to go here. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Christopher trying to score first. Here is the handoff. This is outside, and I can't tell exactly who it was, but he gets out to about maybe the 5-yard line. Now he's going down out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. So the ball carrier takes it down to about the 5-yard line. He was draped by some defensive linemen as he was running downfield, so it's kind of hard to tell who it was. But believe you me, it's 1st down and goal to go. The ball on the 3-yard line with 2:49 to go in the first quarter. Monty bends under center, takes a snap. He's going to take it in himself. He's hit it at the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he got much more than that. They're saying they got about 2 yards out of that, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe a yard out of that. Just say it's 2nd and goal anyway. Here they go from about the 1.5 yard line. 2nd and goal. Monty turns around, checks out the backfield. Now there is a penalty flag called, or a penalty flag thrown. The distance to the goal line. And with 2:08, now the clock is rolling again. The Christopher Bearcats come up. Monty bends under center. 1:57 to go, first quarter. He's trying the quarterback sneak again, and he's in for a touchdown. He's in for the touchdown. Danny Monty, the 180-pound senior, Christopher High School, puts Christopher on the board. It is 6-0 with 1:54 to go here in the first quarter. Danny Monty picks up the touchdown on a little quarterback sneak. They didn't have a whole lot of ideas down there around the goal line other than let's just mash it in there. We're not going to try anything fancy. We're not going to try to do anything that we can't do. We're just going to keep mashing it and mashing it. And now we will see John Geddes coming up. Snap back, ball up is up, and it is good. John Geddes. And the Christopher High School Bearcats are getting ready to kick off. They'll be going from the left to the right as Carterville awaits the kickoff. 1:54 to go in the first quarter. High school football on WFRX. Glad to be along with you tonight. I'm Glenn Berry. The kick is high, and it comes down to about the 20-yard line. It's run back up the middle by the Carterville Lions. They break to the outside, and they get a pretty good run back out of all of that. And we're looking at the ball on the 36-yard line. And the clock is ticking with under a minute and a half left to go here in this first quarter. Here come the Carterville Lions. Lovelace changes the play at the line. You see a guy goes in motion, and boy, that play just did not work at all. Oh yeah, the fullback comes up the middle. He is nailed immediately. No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10. Here comes Carterville. They move up as Lovelace brings them to the line. Snap back. They turn and hand it up. Now it's a pass over the middle, and he's wide open. Ryan Lovelace has the ball at about the 30-yard line. We'll make that about the 45-yard line. A great pass. Let's see what happens. 26 seconds left to go in the first period. They turn and pitch it back, and it is going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. In fact, they're going to lose about a half a yard on that play. Here in this first half, as we're just about ready to get underway here in the second quarter. It's a little bit humid here on this night, but it's cooling off as we go along. It's a nice night for football. Brock Lovelace, the quarterback, and we have some movement on the line, and here goes the flag. Carterville Lions with a 2nd and 6. This kind of changes the complexion of this drive with a 2nd and 11 turning to a 2nd and 6. Makes it a lot easier for Carterville. Brock Lovelace turns and hands it off up the middle. The second back through, takes it down to the right side, and I believe Bechtel has the ball, and I believe he's going to pick up pretty close to a first down. Well, 23-yard line. That's a 23-yard line. It's first down. And the first half is ticking away, 11:49 and counting. Brock Lovelace is the quarterback. He bends under center. Takes the power eye backfield. Here's the snap. They turn. They hand it to the third back through, and Bechtel breaks a couple of tackles and gets down maybe a couple of yards out of that. Getting it pushing and got himself a couple of yards out of what really wasn't much of yardage at all initially. Just over 11 minutes to go, 11 minutes and counting now here in this first half. Christopher leads 7-0, but Carterville is knocking on the door. They turn around and hand it to Bechtel. He is trying to get to the right side, but he cannot, and he is nailed for about it looks like a 2-yard loss. I think they got back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's as far as they got. 7-0, the Christopher Bearcats lead here in the first half. It's high school football here tonight on the Southern Illinois Sports Productions Network. Here's Brock Lovelace, the quarterback. High backfield, and there goes the flags. The complexion of this play, too. It would have been about a 3rd down and 8. A possibility you might see a run there, maybe a draw play, but this time that's definitely got to be a pass. So Brock Lovelace will just about drop back in to the pocket. Ryan Lovelace motion to the left side. Here's Brock dropping back. He's hit in the backfield and hauled down. He is hauled down by number 25. Keith Bullock. The arm, he didn't have a hold of the leg, nothing. He just grabbed him by the shirt and used that strength to pull him down. So a great play by Keith Bullock. He is a 5'10", 151-pound sophomore. And that'll bring up 4th down and 20. And now Carterville, at one time we had a 1st down and looking good about the 23-yard line of Christopher High School. Now is moving all the way back to about the 38-yard line, and they're going to have to punt here. The snap is back. Here's the kick. It is almost blocked, but kicked down into the end zone. That'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So it'll bring up 1st down and 10. 1. About 8:54 left to go here in the first quarter. And here come the Christopher Bearcats with Denny Monty as the quarterback. Make that Danny Monty. He hands it up the middle, and it is, looks like we got the running back by about 3 yards. He got 3 yards on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 7 here in the first quarter. Christopher High School Bulldogs. You can see Carterville is keen on Bramlett tonight. So that time they used him as a decoy and gave the ball up the middle. They turn. Here's a pass play up over the middle. Wide open. It is caught. And we got a foot race going on. Here goes to the 30, down to the 25-yard line. And the pass is caught by number 40, Garrett Janello. We got a foot race immediately. As soon as Garrett Janello caught the ball, it was a foot race. And it looks he got down to about the 21-yard line of the Carterville Lions. And that'll bring up 1st down and 10. No flags on the play. So Christopher ZR Bearcats are in business. They're going to move it back to about the 23-yard line. And with 8:11 to go here in the first quarter, Christopher ZR comes up to the line of scrimmage quickly because they've got a 1st down and 10 on the Carterville 23. Monty bends under center. Now he runs it up the middle, just straight up the gut. And he'll pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. And it may bring up about 2nd and 1st half. 2nd and 7. Christopher knocking on the door again. They knocked on the door early in this ball game, but actually hurt themselves and backed themselves up to where they couldn't get into the end zone. They've scored since then, and now they're threatening again. Here's Monty. Turns and hands it off the right side. It is Fletcher. He is hit, and he breaks a tackle. He just won't go down. Finally wrestled out of bounds. And that is Mike Bramlett, rather. Bramlett taking the ball and running it to the right side. He was hit head-on by the defense, but he knocked that guy down and just kept right on motoring. And that'll bring down another 1st down and bring up a 1st and goal. The ball will be on about the 7-yard line. That time Bramlett just turned the right side. He got himself a little bit of daylight, took off, headed toward the end zone. The defense closed in on him, and he ran over a couple of guys and just kept right on going. 7:22, 7-0 Christopher. They need another touchdown here. This would help them out in the first quarter as Monty hands up the middle. Yards there. 2nd down. The ball on the 3-yard line. And I think it was an equipment problem. That's what it was. Looks like a little bit of an equipment problem. And it's been taken care of, and the Carterville Lions are back in business. Somebody on Carterville just had a little bit of equipment malfunction, I guess you could say. And that brings up the Christopher High School Bearcats. And here is a quarterback sneak up the middle, and Monty gets maybe a yard. He's a kind of a guy here. Danny Monty. Now we're down to about the 2.5-yard line, and we have another timeout. On the Carterville 3-yard line. Up 7-0 here in the second quarter. About 6:15 to go in this first half. Danny Monty will bring him up. He's got Bramlett in the backfield along with Fletcher. In the wishbone, they turn and hand it off the right side. He is nailed. That was Garrett Janello. They came out in the wishbone, pitched it to Janello. I think that time they were hoping Carterville was going to be keen on Bramlett. They pitched it to Janello, and now Christopher's going to go for it again. They got Janello, they got Fletcher in the backfield. And Monty sends him up the line, and a timeout is called. They're going to send out there in the backfield. Looks like we got Mike Fletcher, and we got Garrett Janello in the backfield. Danny Monte is the quarterback. One back in the backfield. Monte turns, he's going to pass it. He drops back into the pocket. He's under pressure, throws it up over the middle. It is almost caught, but it is knocked away at the last minute. Got all the way down to about the 3-yard line on one play, but could not get it into the end zone. And on the pass play, a great defensive play by Ryan Lovelace. And here comes Carterville with the ball 1st and 10. And they have the ball up the middle. It's a quarterback sneak. And Brock Lovelace is going to pick up a couple of yards. Popular play here tonight, the quarterback sneak yard line. They're deep in their own territory. They would just like to move the ball up a few yards if they could. If they don't get anything out of this, if they don't get a first down out of this, at least move the ball up the field and give them some room to punt, and then maybe they can set things up a little bit later on. On the other hand, Christopher would like to nail them back here so they can get a good punt and some good field position. Lovelace, the quarterback, takes the snap, drops back, and we have got whistles in the backfield. Make it 2nd and 12. Now they move the ball back. 2nd down and 12. 4:29 to go in the first half. Carterville would like to just get the ball out of their own end, one way or the other. A little movement on the line, and we're going to see if it's on Christopher or if it's a penalty. We're looking at half the distance to the goal line now. So 2nd down, 14. 4:21 to go here in the second quarter. First half action from Christopher High School. Here is Lovelace. He turns around, kind of a busted play. He was trying to make the handoff, and he was hit in the backfield and knocked down by the Christopher defense. And it looks like number 78, Keith Littlefair, the 200-pound, go back in the backfield. Now make it the I-back formation. They hand it up the middle. It is maybe a couple of yards picked up there, maybe through the original line of scrimmage. It looks like it's going to be 4th down either way to punt, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do now. 4th down and 10. 3:11 to go here in this first half. Janello is back for the Bearcats, along with Jared Freeman. Here is the punt. Line drive, it bounces once, and Janello picks it up at about the 45. He turns to the left side. He breaks open to the field. He's going down the sidelines. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. What a great run. The second great run tonight for Garrett Janello, the 5'7" junior. He picks up the touchdown on the punt return, and that is exactly what I was talking about. A 43-yard punt return by Janello, and he picks up the second touchdown of the night for the Christopher High School Bearcats. What a great play by Garrett Janello that time. 2:50 to go. It's 13-0, and Christopher will line up for the kick. Here comes Geddes out. He's the place kicker, John Geddes. Also plays fullback at times. He's a sophomore. Here's a snap back, and they're going to fake it. Here is Monte throwing it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and it is caught. And the conversion is good, so now it is a 15-0 ball game. 15-0 ball game. 2:50 to go here in the first half. Let us take a little bit of a timeout, and we will come. Okay, we're going 3, 2, 1. We are back here at Christopher High School. It's 15-0, and it looks like Christopher was going to try a little bit of trickery, maybe catch Carterville a little bit off guard there for a few moments, but Carterville was right there. They tried the onside kick rather, and the ball bounced 10 yards and laid there, and Carterville just laid on it. So not much of a kick, not much of a play there for Christopher. They were kind of trying to catch him by surprise. And what that does is it gives Carterville some good field position at about the 46-yard line. Lovelace turns, hands it. Now he's keeping it on the option. It's dropped. It's bounced off the ground and picked up. And that will be the back, number 5. In fact, they're moving the line, the markers now. He picked up about 5 yards out of that. So it's 2nd down and 5. Again, Bechtel just kind of dribbling the ball there and running upfield with it. 1:56 left to go here in the first half. High school football action on this Friday night. Hope you're enjoying it. And now the referees, they say we haven't blown the whistle in quite a while, so let's. And now we're ready to go with 1:50 and counting to go. Here come the Carterville Lions. They turn around, a misdirection play, and it's hit in the backfield. And down for about a 2-yard loss goes number 32, Brian Maruzio. And we do have a new quarterback in the ball game. 7 yards now with 1:20 and counting to go in this first half. 15-0 Christopher High School. Early on, neither team having much success moving the ball. Later on, Christopher's done very well in moving the ball, especially when Janello gets his hands on it. Now we have a fumble at the line of scrimmage, but I do believe Ward got the ball back. Casey Ward, I believe, kind of mishandled the snap. and just dove down to the ground and grabbed it. And we have a timeout by Christopher and a smart he just made a few moments ago. You don't mind getting the football back one more time. A 43-yard punt return by Garrett Janello with 2:50 to go here in this second quarter has put the Bearcats up 15-0 after the 2-point conversion as well. And now Danny Monte will come over and talk it over on the sidelines. Do something in that vein and cause themselves more problems than they are doing good. And with 4th down and 7, they're going to have to punt. They actually started on about the 46, and they're going to end up somewhere around the 42, and now the whistles are blown again with 58 seconds left to go. In the work tonight several times. They've had to work on their equipment a couple of times, and now Christopher has some equipment problems, and now Fletcher's going to have to come out of the ball game. Or that's Bramlett. Bramlett is coming out of the ball game, and I think he just had a problem with his helmet. And he's trying to find one that'll fit. That's what's going on. So now they're going to take him out of the game. And putting in number 65, Nathan Handelin.
So 4th and 7 now, we're ready to
4th down and 7, 58 seconds left to go. Janello is back there. Here is the punt. It's high, end over end, and it is going to hit the ground, and it's going to bounce and roll to the 1 or 2 yard line. Janello did not want any part of that, neither did Jared Freeman, and they just sort of remind you of last week's Dallas-Houston game in the NFL. Instead, they tried to move the ball upfield, tried a couple of pass plays, tried a couple of things that maybe weren't a smart thing to do, and wound up giving Dallas the ball back, and they kicked a field goal, and guess what? Dallas won by 3 points. So that's last week in the NFL. This is this week in high school football, and Christopher High School has the football on their own 2 yard line. It's 1st down and 10, and Danny Monte is just taking all the time he can. He takes the snap, and he just keeps it, tries to go up the middle. He's hit and downed immediately. And that may be just about the last play we're going to see here in this first half. In the first quarter, Christopher broke on top first with a run up the middle by the quarterback, Danny Monte. And then with 12 seconds left, and they're not going to run another play. It looks like this is the way it's going to end here in the first half, 15-0.